What's happening, iPad fans? Get ready for a rapid-fire update on the tech that powers your world. Apple just dropped crucial security patches you need to install now across your iPhones, iPads, and Macs. Plus, we've got revolutionary new ways hospitals are leveraging iPads to stay secure, even when the internet goes down. And we're diving deep into iPadOS 26. Is it a game changer for the iPad mini, or does it fall short? You won't want to miss this. Stick around. First up, major security alerts from Apple. Then, healthcare innovation with iPads. And finally, the big iPadOS 26 breakdown. Let's get into it. Make sure you're subscribed and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update. Urgent security alert. Update your Apple devices immediately. This is a critical call to action for every Apple user. Apple has just released essential security updates for iOS 18.6.2, iPadOS 18.6.2, and macOS Sequoia 15.6.1. These aren't about new features or flashy designs. They are vital patches addressing a serious security vulnerability that may have already been exploited in targeted attacks. Apple's own release notes highlight the urgency, stating the updates close off an exploit that may have been used in an extremely sophisticated attack against specific targeted individuals. This vulnerability, identified as CVE 2025-43300, resides within the ImageIO framework. It's a dangerous flaw because it allows for out-of-bounds writes, leading to memory corruption and, crucially, code execution. The exploit is particularly insidious because it requires only a malicious image file to compromise a device, meaning users don't even need to click a link or download an app. Simply viewing an infected image in Messages, Mail, or Safari could be enough to grant attackers access. What makes this update particularly concerning is Apple's phrasing. The mention of an exploit that may have been exploited in an extremely sophisticated attack against specific targeted individuals is language Apple typically reserves for advanced threats, often associated with state-sponsored spyware like Pegasus. The zero-click nature of this exploit, where no user interaction is needed, mirrors the methods used by such sophisticated tools. Typically, Apple credits external security researchers or watchdog groups when flaws are discovered externally. However, in this case, Apple credited its own security team. This suggests the company may have detected the exploitation through its internal monitoring systems or by leveraging private intelligence, rather than relying on outside notification. This proactive internal detection, while reassuring, also underscores the advanced nature of the threat. While Apple has not provided specific details about the targets or the attackers, such sophisticated exploits are generally aimed at high-value individuals, such as journalists, activists, lawyers, or political figures. However, history has shown that these advanced exploits rarely remain exclusive to their initial targets. Once a method is discovered and utilized, it often trickles down, becoming available to less sophisticated actors and eventually appearing in more widespread, albeit less targeted, attacks. This is precisely why Apple is urging all users to update promptly to prevent the vulnerability from being weaponized more broadly. The ImageIO component is fundamental to the operation of iOS, iPadOS, and macOS, meaning a wide range of Apple devices were potentially exposed. Apple's decision to push these patches across multiple OS generations, including support for devices that are several years old, demonstrates the severity and pervasiveness of the flaw. This ensures that not only the latest models, but also older, still supported devices receive the necessary protection. The fact that Apple continues to provide critical security updates for older versions, like iOS and iPadOS 18.6.2 and macOS Sequoia 15.6.1, even with newer OS versions on the horizon, highlights the critical nature of this particular vulnerability. It's a stark reminder that staying secure means staying updated, regardless of how exciting the update itself might seem. Apple's strategy of discovering and patching the vulnerability internally before releasing public details was a crucial move. This approach aims to block potential attackers from exploiting the flaw while users are in the process of updating their devices. With the updates now available across all relevant platforms, there is no longer any reason to delay. Updating is straightforward. On iPhones and iPads, navigate to Settings, General Software Update, and on Macs, go to System Settings, General Software Update. A few minutes of your time can significantly enhance your device's security and protect you from becoming a victim of sophisticated spyware. In summary, every user with a supported Apple device should install these updates without delay. In an era of increasingly sophisticated zero-click exploits and stealthy spyware, keeping your software current is one of the most accessible and effective defenses. Apple has closed the security gap on its end. Now it's your responsibility to ensure your devices are updated and protected. Don't wait for the next zero-click attack to strike. Next, we're looking at how iPads are becoming essential tools for hospital resilience, even when the internet fails. iPads powering hospital security through downtime. In the critical world of healthcare, where every second counts and patient safety is paramount, reliable technology is non-negotiable. Athena Security has stepped up to meet this challenge with its newly launched Hospital Visitor Management System, VMS, a solution built entirely around the Apple iPad. What sets this system apart is its groundbreaking capability to function seamlessly even when internet connectivity is lost, a crucial feature for healthcare facilities that cannot afford any operational downtime. Lisa Falzone, president and co-founder of Athena Security, emphasizes the system's resilience, drawing a parallel to their previous success with Revel's iPad point-of-sale system for restaurants. Hospitals can't afford downtime, Falzone stated. Our new VMS is designed on the Apple iPad to be always up and running. We stay up even during natural disasters, internet outages, or cyberattacks. In a world where seconds matter, we've made resilience the default. This commitment to continuous operation is vital, especially considering the increasing threat landscape for healthcare institutions. The need for such resilient systems is starkly illustrated by recent events. The American Hospital Association highlighted the massive disruption caused by the February 2024 cyberattack on Change Healthcare, which disrupted healthcare operations on an unprecedented national scale, endangering patients' access to care, disrupting critical clinical and eligibility operations, and threatening the solvency of the nation's provider network. More recently, in July 2024, a CrowdStrike outage affected over 750 U.S. hospitals, with more than 200 experiencing direct patient care impacts, according to a University of California, San Diego report. These incidents underscore the vulnerability of traditional network systems and the urgent need for offline capabilities. Athena Security points out that unlike many other industries, outages in hospitals can have life-threatening consequences. Delays of mere minutes can significantly increase mortality rates for conditions like stroke or heart attack, and for patients seeking emergency care. Therefore, a visitor management system that remains operational during internet disruptions, power outages, or even natural disasters is not just a convenience. It's a necessity for maintaining patient safety and operational continuity. The iPad, with its robust hardware and intuitive interface, provides a reliable platform for this critical function. Key features of the new hospital VMS system include its ability to integrate with Athena Security's AI-powered weapon detection system. This integration allows hospitals to manage both visitor access and physical threats in real time, offering a unified and comprehensive security solution. The system is designed to streamline the visitor check-in process, enhance security protocols, and ensure that staff can manage access efficiently, even under adverse conditions. The offline functionality means that even if the hospital's network goes down, visitor data can still be logged, access can be granted or denied based on preset protocols, and security personnel can maintain awareness and control. This development is particularly significant as it leverages a widely accessible and user-friendly device like the iPad to solve a complex problem in a high-stakes environment. The choice of the iPad ensures ease of use for hospital staff and potentially for visitors as well, while its inherent reliability and the added offline capability provided by Athena's software make it a powerful tool for enhancing hospital security and operational resilience in the face of increasing digital threats and infrastructure vulnerabilities. Resilience in healthcare tech is key, and iPads are proving their worth. Next, we're asking, is iPadOS 26 a game changer for the iPad mini, or does it fall short? iPadOS 26, a leap forward or a stumble for the iPad mini. Apple's latest operating system, iPadOS 26, continues its ambitious journey to blur the lines between iPads and traditional macOS devices. With a host of new features and a refreshed design, the aim is to boost productivity and modernize the user experience. However, the implementation of these enhancements, particularly the much-discussed liquid glass design and new multitasking features, has raised significant questions about their suitability for smaller devices like the iPad mini. The new liquid glass aesthetic introduces a visually striking, glass-like interface across redesigned icons, widgets, and a revamped control center. The keyboard and spotlight search also adopt this sleek visual style, aiming for a cohesive and contemporary look. While undoubtedly appealing on larger iPad screens, the practicality of this design on the iPad mini's more compact display is debatable. Users have noted that the smaller screen can feel crowded, potentially diminishing usability and detracting from the overall experience. This raises a fundamental question: should aesthetic upgrades take precedence over functional clarity on smaller devices? iPadOS 26 also brings several new productivity features, including enhanced multitasking capabilities. Updates like improved Stage Manager, better external display support, and a more capable Files app are designed to make the iPad a more versatile tool. The Files app, in particular, receives significant upgrades, bringing it closer to macOS functionality with features like a tabbed interface, a redesigned sidebar, and improved file preview options. These enhancements aim to streamline file management and offer greater customization. However, the iPad mini's limited screen real estate can make navigating these features less intuitive and more cramped compared to larger iPads, potentially hindering the full realization of these productivity gains. A notable change is the introduction of windowed apps, allowing users to resize and multitask akin to macOS. A new three-dot menu provides options to close, minimize, or expand apps. While this enhances multitasking, the removal of the Slide Over feature, a longtime favorite for quick access to secondary apps, has drawn criticism. For iPad mini users, the windowing system can feel particularly cramped, and the loss of Slide Over disrupts established workflows, reducing multitasking efficiency. Furthermore, iPadOS 26 incorporates a macOS-inspired menu bar within apps for file management and settings. However, its implementation is reported as inconsistent, with many apps not fully supporting it, leading to a fragmented experience. On the smaller iPad mini screen, this menu bar can be even less intuitive and harder to navigate, further complicating the user experience. Key challenges identified by users on the iPad mini include the cramped interface of the new design, the reduced effectiveness of multitasking features due to screen size, the loss of the convenient Slide Over functionality, and the inconsistent implementation of the menu bar. These issues highlight the inherent difficulties in adapting desktop-class features to smaller mobile form factors. While the overarching goal of unifying the iPad and Mac experience is commendable, the execution on the iPad mini appears to present a compromise, where innovative features struggle to overcome the physical limitations of the device. In essence, iPadOS 26 represents a significant step in Apple's strategy to align iPadOS with macOS. For users of larger iPads, the updates offer tangible benefits in productivity and user experience. However, for iPad mini users, the impact is more mixed. While they gain some new capabilities, the constraints of the smaller screen mean that many of these advancements feel less impactful, and in some cases, even detrimental to usability. The update thus presents a compelling case study in balancing ambitious feature development with practical device limitations. So, while bigger iPads might be embracing the new OS, the mini's future is still being debated. Now, let's talk about how the iPhone 16 might be getting a serious camera upgrade. iPhone 16 Pro rumored to feature significant camera leap with new telephoto lens. Anticipation is building for Apple's next flagship smartphone, the iPhone 16 Pro, with recent leaks and analyst reports suggesting a substantial upgrade to its camera system. The most significant rumored change is the inclusion of a new 48-megapixel ultrawide camera and an enhanced telephoto lens, potentially a 5x optical zoom for the Pro model, and even a groundbreaking 10x tetraprism lens for the Pro Max variant. These advancements signal Apple's continued commitment to pushing the boundaries of mobile photography. For the standard iPhone 16 Pro model, reports indicate a move towards a 48-megapixel ultrawide sensor, a significant jump from the current 12-megapixel sensor. This upgrade is expected to dramatically improve image quality, particularly in low-light conditions, and offer greater detail and flexibility for cropping and editing. This aligns with Apple's strategy of bringing pro-level features to more accessible models within its lineup, democratizing advanced photographic capabilities. The telephoto capabilities are also set to receive a major overhaul. While the current iPhone 15 Pro features a 3x optical zoom, the iPhone 16 Pro is widely expected to adopt a 5x optical zoom. This would provide users with greater reach and clarity when capturing distant subjects. The iPhone 16 Pro Max, however, is rumored to be getting an even more impressive upgrade, a 10x optical zoom lens, likely utilizing a tetraprism design. This technology, already seen in some competitor devices, bends light multiple times within the lens assembly, allowing for a much longer focal length to be packed into a relatively compact space. Such a lens would represent a significant leap in optical zoom performance for the iPhone, bringing it closer to dedicated camera capabilities. These camera enhancements are not just about raw specifications. They are expected to translate into tangible improvements in user experience. The increased resolution on the ultrawide lens will offer more detailed wide-angle shots and better performance in challenging lighting. The enhanced optical zoom will allow photographers to capture subjects from further away with exceptional clarity, reducing the need for digital zoom, which often degrades image quality. For content creators and photography enthusiasts, these upgrades could mean fewer compromises and greater creative freedom when shooting on the go. Beyond the hardware, Apple is also expected to implement software enhancements to complement these new camera capabilities. Improved computational photography algorithms, advanced image processing, and potentially new shooting modes could further elevate the iPhone 16 Pro's photographic prowess. The integration of these hardware and software advancements aims to deliver a more professional and versatile camera experience, solidifying the iPhone's position as a leading smartphone for mobile photography. Industry analysts suggest that these camera upgrades are crucial for Apple to maintain its competitive edge in the premium smartphone market. As rivals continue to innovate in camera technology, Apple needs to offer compelling reasons for consumers to upgrade. The rumored advancements in zoom capabilities and sensor resolution for the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max are precisely the kind of differentiating features that could drive sales and attract a discerning customer base. While Apple has not officially confirmed these specifications, the consistent nature of the leaks and the credibility of the sources suggest that these camera improvements are highly likely. If realized, the iPhone 16 Pro and Pro Max could set new benchmarks for smartphone photography, particularly in optical zoom and ultra-wide image quality. These camera upgrades could make the iPhone 16 Pro a serious contender for mobile photographers. That wraps up our tech update for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Quick recap: Apple's pushing urgent security updates for all devices, iPads are getting serious in hospitals with offline VMS, and iPadOS 26 brings big changes, especially for the iPad mini. Plus, the iPhone 16 Pro camera might be getting a massive telephoto upgrade. Like this video, subscribe to iPad Focus, hit that notification bell, leave a comment with your thoughts, and follow us on all our social channels.